Today on the CTV News at 5, a trial date is set for a Claresholm woman charged in connection to the gruesome murder of a Vulcan senior.
On your marks.
Plus,
go!
We show you a day in the life of a carnival worker. And why Prince Harry is making headlines again.
CTV News with Jackie Scantlebury.
Good afternoon. A trial date has been set for a Claresholm woman accused of lying to police. Bobby Joe Parks was charged with obstructing a peace officer in January after police found the dismembered body of 77-year-old Otto Bunty loose from Vulcan. Her common-law husband, Timmy Angle, was charged with first-degree murder. Parks originally pleaded guilty to her charge, but changed her plea last month after a judge told the court that he wasn't convinced she'd done anything wrong. In January, court was told that police came to Parks's home looking for Angle. She told officers he wasn't around when he actually was hiding upstairs. Parks says she didn't realize the officers were there on official police business because they didn't say why they were looking for Angle. She is scheduled now to stand trial on the charge of obstruction November the 22nd in Fort Macleod Provincial Courts. And BC RCMP have laid more charges in connection to a death in Invermere. 31-year-old Corey Jarek was found dead inside a home in April, just hours after being asked to leave a house party. Police arrested 23-year-old Brian Panasiba-Yanko. He was charged with assault, robbery, and breach of recognizance. RCMP have since added additional charges of manslaughter and criminal negligence causing death. Jarek was found dead in the driveway of the Invermere home after the house party from the night before. The suspect, well, he was in custody until his next court appearance, which will be on September the 11th. Investigators have not said how Jarek has died. To Dory Rossiter now, and she has a couple of furry friends with her.
Yes, I do. As you said in the tease starting the newscast, that Daryl Rummold spent the day being a carny at the fairgrounds, and West Coast Amusements have donated these two adorable stuffed animals for Daryl to take over to the pediatric wing of the Chinook Regional Hospital. So we just wanted to thank West Coast Amusements for doing that and for Daryl doing the story, and these adorable guys will have a new home. And you'll be getting more weather details. Well, you'll be getting weather details as opposed to stuffed animal details coming up in a couple of minutes.
Oh yeah, that weather thing, that's coming up too. But they're cute. Thanks, Dory. Well, the weather did delay some of the fun on day one of Whoop Up Days. 6,600 people passed through the gates yesterday, and that is down about 800 people from opening day last year. Yesterday, Daryl Rummold was along the parade route, and later he was riding the zip line, and somehow we let him go back down to the grounds today. Here's his story.
You'll find three things at every fair: food, rides, and games. And who runs these things? Carnies. The word carny is actually a colloquialism first used in 1931 in North America. It means anybody who runs a food stand or anything like that at an amusement park. And today, I'm going to become one. Just in case this TV thing doesn't work out, you know. This is Andre Tetreault. He's been working the carnival circuit for 35 years. It's more than a job to him, it's a passion.
You know, it's something new every day, every town we go to, every city. You know, it's just the excitement, the atmosphere, everything about it.
And today he put me to work. The first game was a water race. Number 9's on, two of Lethbridge's finest versus a bunch of kids. On your marks, get set, go!
I don't have water.
There they go, up they go.
Where they stop, nobody knows. Come on.
There is. Hey! Number 8.
Lethbridge's finest.
Congratulations, Constable. You beat all the women and children. Very proud.
Let the kids.
It's a proud moment right now. The key, moment. I was told, was to be a showman. No problem. Folks, how about a quick game? It's going to be fun. Next, Andre introduced me to Jacob. His game is pretty simple. Now we just need some players. There's 2. He's a natural. Jacob has been on the road for about a year and quickly learned the ropes. He says, like many of his co-workers, he enjoys the freedom, the travel, but above all else, the people. In the 1950s, the carnival was a haven for the two-bit grafter, the con man, a completely unskilled yet convincing person who could make a decent bit of change working the crowds at a carnival.
A little bit of negativity towards the business, but that goes back to the early 30s, early 40s. The past 30 years, the industry has been cleaned up so much to the point where, you know, a lot of people do consider us traveling amusement parks.
It's a lot of fun, but I think I'll keep my day job.
Yep, there you go.
If they'll let me. At Whoop Up Days 2012 for CTV, I'm Daryl Rummel.
Anything but number 6. Can't have you on.
Now, if the rides in Midway aren't your thing, maybe music is. 80s rockers Harlequin take the Gas King stage tonight, 8 o'clock. And here's a look at some of the winners from the Whoop Up Days parade. The grand aggregate winner goes to the Blackfoot Lodge Society. The best large commercial entry is Able Dental Group, while Serendipity Child Care Center was named best small commercial entry. The Community Organization Award went to Siksokany Black Elk Youth Powwow Club. The Lethbridge Legion Band Pipe Band won the most entertaining entry. Although I could be up there too, apparently. Now, 30 Southern Albertans are receiving a very prestigious honor. They will receive the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal for the Lethbridge region. The medal recognizes dedication of service to peers, community, and Canada. The medals are awarded on behalf of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and His Excellency, the Right Honourable David Johnston, Governor-General of Canada. The awards are distributed by federal ridings. According to the Governor-General, his office received more than double the applications for the 30 medals available locally. The medal marks the 60th anniversary of Her Majesty's accession to the throne and is being awarded to 60,000 Canadians during this, her Jubilee year. A formal presentation is set for mid-October. A Lethbridge processing and manufacturing company has just completed a major expansion. Richardson Oilseed has upgraded its plant in North Lethbridge. As Terry Vogt reports, the expansion will speed up production, increase the number of products, and provide more opportunities for local farmers.
Richardson Oilseed is one of Canada's oldest and largest fully integrated crushing, refining, processing, and packaging operations, and was the first company in the world to market canola oil. Over the past year, Richardson has increased the size of its packaging plant by 40%. It has also increased warehouse space, added bulk storage tanks, and fully automated oil receiving and blending equipment.
1, 2, 3.
Company officials say the expansion has changed the way they operate.
Previously, to make a recipe of, say, olive and canola oil, the operator would have to take a drum of olive and he would have to pump it manually into the tank and blend them together. And so it was all kind of hand-done weights and measures and pumps.
Now it's fully automated. The operator chooses a recipe from his computer screen, decides on the size of batch he wants, and pushes a button. New food regulations in Canada and customer demand for healthier food choices have been the driving forces behind this expansion.
Historically, we could really only offer canola oil, and we found out that a lot of customers would kind of like to do their total shopping at one time, so that would be canola oil, vegetable oil, corn oil. So we now have the internal tank to actually handle those oils.
The new bottling line can also handle a variety of labels and bottle shapes and sizes, something that was important to grocery stores and retailers. The company says it's all about increasing productivity while reducing their waste. Terry Vogt, CTV News, Lethbridge.
And part of the plant expansion includes a new packaging line that uses 60% less cardboard than traditional packaging methods. Lethbridge College is expanding. The Lethbridge College's Vulcan Community or County campus became an official part of the college earlier this summer. It was through an agreement with the college, the Vulcan Business Development Society, and Vulcan County Adult Learning Council. Well, a group of Lethbridge kids are getting the chance to experience what it's like to be a police officer this week. 10 youngsters from the Big Brothers Big Sisters program are taking part in the 14th annual Kids and Cops program. Over 5 days, the group will participate in demonstrations by K9, the Tactical Team, Explosive Disposal Unit, and Traffic Department. And they're also going on field trips to the Galt Museum, Corn Maze, Pemmican Lodge, and geocaching in the River Valley. The 8 to 12-year-olds are all waiting to be matched with a big brother or big sister. In the meantime, though, organizers say it's a great opportunity for them to work alongside some strong adult role models.
It's all good morals and good role modeling, and that's what our organization's all about, is providing that one-on-one mentorship to a child. So what better opportunity to see some of the most positive mentors in our community.
You can learn more about becoming a big brother or a big sister at their website, bbbslethbridge.ca. Only a handful of flying B-17 bombers left in the world is now on display right now at the Canadian Rockies International Airport in Cranbrook.
World War II, now we're talking 70 years ago. I enlisted right out of high school, 18 years old.
And that was Chuck Comm. He's a World War II veteran pilot who was one of the many taking in tours of the B-17 that's aptly named Sentimental Journey. The bomber is courtesy of the U.S. Commemorative Air Force. Volunteers take vintage planes on tours to airports, museums, and air shows all over North America. The Sentimental Journey is a Boeing B-17 bomber produced in 1945. Proceeds raised through the tours of the plane go towards restoration, maintenance, and flying costs.
Of an era and a generation that's quickly passing, and it was a time certainly in the United States and in Canada as well where people really pulled together to achieve a common goal, and I think it really brings that back.
The Sentimental Journey will fly out of Cranbrook tomorrow and be on display at the Aerospace Museum of Calgary for the weekend, and its other Canadian stops include Medicine Hat, Red Deer, and Edmonton. Now, speaking of traveling, Canadians are traveling and shopping in the U.S. in record numbers. There were 1.9 million overnight trips to the United States in June alone. That's the highest number tracking in 40 years. Now, Canadian shoppers are enjoying the strong loonie and higher duty-free limits. And speaking of that loonie, today it closed slightly down. Here are the day's closing numbers.